Hello, crafty friends. It's Sue, your not so crafty crafter, and I am here with a Saturday morning make. It is Saturday evening, but sitting watching stupid TV. You know, this kind that you've watched a million times, and you watch it because you've already seen it. You don't have to think about it. That's me. That's stupid TV, reruns basically. And I thought, well, I think I need to make a card. I haven't made a card in a while. Like the second week of March, we had spring break, and I had the flu. And we came back the third week, and then last week, my son had pneumonia. I'm trying to clean my craft room. I've got way too much stuff. It's overwhelming. And like I said, I was sitting here watching stupid TV and on my computer. My son was actually over here in my craft space making something. He bought himself, we went to Hobby Lobby today, and he bought himself some 12 by 12 papers, like 5 different sheets, different colors. And he was creating something with that, which I support 110%. Anyway, I thought, well, I'm going to make a quick card. And I'm over here contemplating the mess that is on my actual crafting desk. This is, I mean, you see this, and it probably goes out, 4 or 5 inches on either side. And it's piling up. But I thought, well, I've got enough space. I've got the paper pad. I want to go ahead and do a card. Oops. I'll show you the finished card here in a minute. I did not use a lot of supplies. I used this paper pad. This is, I want to say I got this at Memory Bound. Let's see. Got the back cover here, fell off. This is a price tag from Memory Bound. So I picked this up. So it's been 2 years since I've been up there, 2.5 years. So I've had it for a while. It's called Time to Relax by P13. And it's just florals and solids. One side is a floral, one side is a solid. And I saw a card, and I can't tell you where I saw it. I know it was online. It was on Facebook. And it basically showed how to take a card. And here, I'll do it like that. I'll use a piece of this. Oh, this isn't double-sided. That won't work. How to use double-sided paper and be able to showcase both sides on your card. And basically what the creator did, I don't know if it was a she or a he, is basically they folded one side over. So you'd see one side of the card, you'd see one side of the paper, and then you'd see the other side of the paper. And I thought that was pretty cool. It's pretty easy. And I don't know, I mean, I know I've done it in the past where I've taken a piece of paper and I've cut it like on a diagonal. And I put one side of the paper in the top and one side on the bottom. And you do a whole bunch of different things. Today I thought I'm going to take a piece of paper, and I'll show you which piece I took. It's this piece right here. And it's got this beautiful, like, I don't know if it's patio chair or wicker chair. It's just a very pretty chair with a little side table with a drink and a book and this gorgeous floral overhang, and then this little piece of floral over here. So what I did with this piece of paper is I cut it to what is it, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 A2 size card. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then what I did was, once I had it where I knew it would fit my card base, I put it back in my trimmer and I cut like 3/4 of one side off. And I cut this side. There we go. It's right here. I cut it. I didn't want to cut any of this off. I did have to cut a little bit of the top off, but I cut it along this side so that I would have all of this. And that's the back side of it. And then what I did, my Dollar Tree Stampin' Blocks that I got years ago. They were $1. I bought like 5 of them because I had just signed up for Stampin' Up! The first time. And I signed up for a craft fair. And it was the day before Father's Day. So I set up a little station for kids to make cards. And rather than use my good blocks, I just use these Dollar Tree stamp blocks. Excuse me. Then I use VersaFine Clear ink. Love this ink by Sukaniko. And this is a pigment ink for fine details. For watercolor. And then for stamps, I used this Simon Says stamp. What's that? It says it's from Stamptember 2018. It's a 4x6 or 4x5 clear stamp set. And it's called Tiny Words. Now, I don't remember buying a lot through Stamptember or December events from Stampin' Up. I think I did one Stamptember stamp years ago for one that I was particularly fond of, and I bought it. I would say, I would bet dollar to dollar, this came from a mystery pack. And I buy those on the day after Thanksgiving. They come out, and I always buy one. So I'm saying that's probably where this stamp set came from. And I used this tiny little stamp. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to have to stand up for this. Sorry, guys. I used this tiny stamp that said, "Hey, friend," right here. And then I said, "You're one of a kind." And the other thing on this paper pad that I wanted to note is there are a lot of cut-aparts. See if I can find a pack. Right here. There's several pages of these cut-aparts. So what I did is I took one that I knew would fit the sentiment. Originally, I was going to use one of these two inside the card, which is a mimic of the front of the card, or this, which is the edge of the floral. I ended up instead using this one because I went with a bigger sentiment, and I wanted to make sure the sentiment fit in the block. So I used a paper pad, stamps, ink, my Stampin' block, and another piece from the paper pad. That's it. That's all I made, all I used. And I came up with this card. And I think it's so simple, but I think it's so pretty. And it basically just says, "Hey, friend," on the front. And on the inside, it says, "You're one of a kind." And I just think sometimes simple is better. And it doesn't take a lot of time to do a simple card like this. I would say maybe 10 minutes tops. I already had the card base made. All I had to do was do some cutting, gluing, and a little bit of stamping. So that's my Saturday morning make, my Saturday evening make for today. I hope everyone is doing the opposite of me and staying healthy. Weather was gorgeous during spring break, and of course I missed it. Rained a little bit this week in the 50s. Today was chilly. It was overcast and chilly. Tomorrow is supposed to be a little bit warmer. Monday and Tuesday it's going to be chilly again, but then it's going to pick back up into the 60s and 70s, and next weekend back up into the 70s for us. So I'm excited for that. I hate winter. I hate the cold. Of course, I live in southern Iowa, so what do I get? 6 months out of the year is cold. So, but yeah, we're just kind of biding our time until spring and summer is here. We have, I think, going into Monday, it'll be 33 full days of school left, not counting weekends, of course. Looking forward to that break. Last summer, I was sick for an entire month. Didn't get to do very much with my son. Looking forward to, sorry, tickle in my throat. Spending some time doing some fun things together. I mean, back on track, I know I have a few house projects I want to tackle. And I want to tackle this craft room. I'm doing a little bit at a time in here, but I think it's going to take a major purging and donating to get this kind of stuff straightened out. So anyway, I hope everyone is enjoying the nice weather, if that's what you're having. If you're in the path of some nasty storms, please stay safe. I'm gonna cut this off here. I can't stop coughing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.